Hello there, Gemini. Welcome to Dragon Tail Tarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your reading for the full moon in your sign of Gemini for December 2021. I always bring out my big moonlight for the sign of the month, whose moon sign it is. So happy full moon of the year for you, Gemini. We are wrapping up 2021 with a big, beautiful moon in your sign. That is usually considered the cold moon or the long night's moon in tradition, and so that is going to be with us on December 18th at 11:36 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check your own time zone. You might be able to even see the full moon in your sign. Should be a very beautiful one. And of course, the full moon in your sign brings up all of your qualities to the surface. Very communicative, curious, insightful, loves to talk, very witty and informative. So this should be a moon that brings up a lot of information and things that we've really wanted to know. Could get messages moving again. Very, very positive. So let's see what we have got going on for you, Gemini. We're going to be doing a past, present, future layout. I use lunar oracle decks and also the tarot. And if you've been with me before, you know exactly how my full moon readings work. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, would like any information on the card decks that I use in my sessions, or would like to make a donation to the channel, all those links and info are down below in the description box. So let's go ahead and see what we have got for you. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, let's see what we have for our fabulous Geminis for their own full moon of December 2021, please. Anything they need to know for their highest and best good. Wow, this is a deep one, Gemini. I can feel it. You are going to need a little rest through the end of this year. I will say this is powerful. So in the immediate past, the last 28 to 30 days since the last full moon, we have new moon in Scorpio working through your fears. So I do feel with any energies of Scorpio coming up, this always brings about this feeling of deep transformation, powerful change within. It's really, the tarot card that rules Scorpio is the death card, right? Because it is this big change of something dying away, something new being reborn. And so you may have been really working through some old, emotional or psychological fears or issues from the past. And I feel like a lot of that has been or is clearing out. Very powerful changes. And I will also say that, with any Scorpio energy, it's always a great idea to confide in, a trusted friend. Even traditional counseling and therapy are very, good. That's a sign that rules those subjects. And so during, those kind of cycles, that sort of, work, that psychological work can really pay off. So let's get a clarifier, please, on the new moon in Scorpio for our Geminis. Yes, and I do feel like you've worked through it really well. I do. Hunter Moon, the abundance card coming into this. I'm going to look at my full moon list. Yeah, the Hunter's moon is the full moon of October. There could have been some big things that came up to the surface in October or late October around that Scorpio season. Wow. So I feel like there has been some big stuff, and it could have been really uncomfortable. There could have been some things that came up that were really difficult, and maybe didn't show you or someone else in their best light, but it was really important to go through it because ultimately this is bringing you to greater abundance and happiness, really, because once you've cleared out, old fears and old triggers like that, the way gets so much smoother. Going into the immediate energy of when this full moon in Gemini comes full circle, expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. We just had a new moon eclipse, Gemini, and it was in your opposite sign of Sagittarius. So I feel that this is very powerfully shining a light on your personal relationships, because that's where that new moon landed. It was in, you know, your universal relationship house. Has a lot to do with that. Really transforms your relationships, and I think honestly for the better. If a relationship is negative and toxic, it's going to make sure that that's cleaned and cleared away from your life. If a relationship needed healing, it's going to bring that through. But this is beautiful. It really is. And I'll even, you know, show you on the chart if we can get a good look at that in the camera. Yeah, there's the chart. This is the full moon in Gemini right here. There's your sign. And there's, of course, the sun sign down here in Sagittarius. And that's where that new moon occurred, was in that sign. So very powerful. Let's get a clarifier on this new moon eclipse card coming in. Yeah, I think this is going to be some powerful changes for the best. I think it's going to bring, you know, things full circle, whatever you've been working through during the earlier part of December. Look at that. Oh my goodness. The synchronicity is fabulous here. We have got the change card on top of expect powerful changes. Yes, there's going to be a big shift. And we also, this is called the thunder moon. So that is the full moon that comes in with July. The month of July's full moon is the thunder moon. So July could be some big changes ahead. You know, maybe they start up right now and they really, really get going in July. Or this past July this year was a very big month for you, and these changes are really starting to crystallize and manifest. But I would say be flexible, you know, be ready, because those lightning bolts are flying. Something new is getting ready to happen in your life, and it is very exciting. Over the next month, over the next 28, 30 days, we do have the void of course moon. Nothing will come of the situation. So I feel like what this is really saying to me, the void of course moons are very similar to Mercury retrogrades, and we actually do have a Mercury retrograde, I believe, coming up at the end of this month. I wish I had my calendar in front of me. I would tell you exactly that date, but you can look it up. And also we are entering a Venus retrograde on the 19th. I do know that we're doing that. So I would say that this is really encouraging you not to make any big, hard, fast decisions, not to push anything too strongly during the second half and the earlier part of January. I would just advise that as an astrologer, because those kind of energies, if you make a real hard, fast, binding decision during them, or if you rush too fast and don't look over all the info and make sure everything is filled out correctly, it can come back full circle and it's not fun to deal with. So don't push the river. Don't force the energy if you don't have it, right? I would also say that if you're tired, if you need a rest, if you need a break, because I feel like you will. These are big, powerful energies and beautiful transformations, but they are, you know, very strong. So you are going to need a little downtime. Don't push yourself too hard, Gemini. Don't do it. Take some healing time out for yourself if you feel that you need it. And look at that. And just as my candle went out, if that's not a sign, I don't know what is. That's saying if you push it too hard, your candle might go out. And look at what's on top of that card, the self-love card. Absolutely one of my favorites from this Queen of the Moon deck. And that's what I'm saying is, like, don't push the river, Gemini. Take really good care of yourself. Love on yourself. Get a massage, do your hair, stick some flowers in it, whatever works for you, that makes you happy, because that is what this is all about, right? These are big, powerful changes in both your own life, maybe the life of a loved one or friend. And so definitely take some downtime to, you know, restore and be at your best, because when you're at your best, you can help everyone be at their best too. Let's jump into the tarot. We're just going to lay these on top of the cards we've already pulled, past, present, future. Please, Spirit, let's see what we have for Gemini in the tarot around these full moon cycles. Yeah. Wow. I mean, this is just rock and roll, Gemini, with a chariot on the bottom. Oh my goodness. This is just beautiful. I mean, it is powerful. This is, All right. So on the past, the new moon in Scorpio, clearing that old energy, the abundance card, bringing in new prosperity. We have the Knight of Swords. This is a lot of information coming your way. Definitely your own element. It is air sign energy. I feel like there's just a lot of new mental growth. And I feel like your mind may be just racing at the speed of light, or it has been. You've been really incorporating a lot of new information. And I feel like you're also learning to communicate in new ways. And it might make you feel a little nervous. It might be a little stressful, but it's very positive at the same time. Yes, with the King of Cups, you're absolutely learning new ways to emotionally communicate. And this is also making good decisions with your love life, with your emotional life and boundaries. You're putting into action learning to trust the right people and communicate with only the right people. That's a really great sign. On top of our expecting of powerful change and the change card, the Thunder Moon, we have the Ten of Swords. So I feel like something that's really changing up for you in your life is you are letting go of old wounds, old betrayals, old painful mental cycles of anxiety and stress coming to a completion. You don't have to keep doing those anymore. Yeah, you've been through a lot. I can feel it in this read. You Geminis, oh my goodness. Put it in the comments section if you resonate with this, because this is a strong reading. But look at this, and I love it. I love it because we've got the Sagittarius energy represented. Here's our Temperance card, the She. This is all about balance. And the most beautiful message of the Temperance card to me is saying that the challenges, the difficulties, the hard times that you've gone through have made you stronger. They've made you more resilient. Just like when we put impurities in metal, it actually makes the metal stronger. It doesn't weaken it. It's the same thing when you go through difficulties, challenges, toxic situations in life. Once you get through it, once you step up out of it, you become so much stronger because you've gone through it. Wow. That's just beautiful. So I just feel like all that like Gemini Sag balance and that new moon and that eclipse and then this full moon, this is bringing something really full cycle for you guys. Going into the immediate future, look at this self-love judgment card, the awakening. We talked about the Scorpio energy, the death energy. The Judgment card is the Pluto ruled card. It's the higher vibration of the death card. So if you've gone through a death cycle, especially over the last month or two, this is saying that rebirth is on the way, and it's a rebirth of self-love, self-affirmation, feeling so much better about yourself, regaining your confidence, regaining your self-esteem and self-worth, learning to say no if you are not emotionally, physically available, don't feel right about something. You don't have to open that door, Gemini. You don't have to pick up that phone anymore. You've got a whole new lease on life here. And just as we're saying, that little Page of Wands comes up. That is the new lease on life. That's the child energy, the joy, the vitality, the enthusiasm returning for you. Oh my goodness. And I just had to say on the bottom of the Arcanum, we had the Chariot. So it's victory, emotional victory. That's some Cancer energy from the King of Cups and the Chariot coming in there. You got a lot of Scorpio, got a lot of Cancer on the side, and definitely some Sagittarian big changes going on here. Let's get a magical spell card on this for our Geminis. Let's see what you should primarily focus on for this particular full moon. Strength. Look at that. And I knew it, I could see it with this, coming through that Ten of Swords. Strength, stability in this hour, endurance, stamina, I empower. This is an empowerment kind of full moon, Gemini. It's in your own sign. It's balancing that new moon, lunar eclipse energy. I think this is going to be a fantastic and extremely life-changing kind of full moon event for you. So happy full moon, happy new year ahead, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.